Hey everybody, this is Will. I just want to start out by saying I apologize. I said in my first video that if I didn't get any good responses or subscribers or some thumbs up or comments, things of that nature, that I wasn't going to do these videos anymore. I got great feedback, great comments, and I appreciate everybody that took the time out to give me that thumbs up or to leave a comment. There were some great ones, and again, I want to apologize because I've been a little under the weather this past week. I basically sat on my ass for about 4 or 5 days with some type of stomach virus. Don't really know where it came from, but neither here nor there. So I apologize for not bringing up a video sooner than this. But I chose today to do a video because something interesting happened to me today. And you know, it brought up a lot of thoughts. You know, I'm human. I make mistakes. I have a 5-year-old daughter. And I was supposed to pick her up off the bus today. Meet her at the bus stop. And I was at work, got into what I was doing, completely forgot. I come back home. I panicked. You know, granted, I was only about 15 minutes after she got off the bus. But just the same, I panicked because I drove up to my driveway, looked in my front porch. She wasn't there. I searched all around. I couldn't find her. I was about ready to pull back out and start questioning the neighbors and knock on doors to find out if anybody knew anything. And sure enough, 2 doors down, there's a lady. I had never met her in my entire life. You know, I've seen her husband a couple of times, and I've waved, you know, politely when I drive by the house or whatever. But never introduced, don't know him, nothing about him. And so anyway, I was driving off to go knock on doors and stuff, and she waved me down and told me that she had my daughter. And I was very thankful, of course. I mean, I just pulled a real bad move, you know. I screwed up. And luckily enough, you know, I had a neighbor that came out and got my daughter, who was crying on the porch because she couldn't get in the house and nobody was home. Made me feel like a real ass. I know what y'all must be thinking. That's horrible. I know it is. I know it is. But it happened. You know, and I'm sure, well, I know it won't happen again, but it happened to me, and it happens to other people. But my point is that in a day and age where most people just keep to themselves, and normally, especially, and I'll share this with you in a minute, but my perspective is that, you know, again, in this day and age, most people are just more apt to call 911 or call social services or something like that, and take care of the situation that way, rather than just going over and take care of what's right in front of your face, which is a 5-year-old girl who was panicked and freaking out because her parents weren't home when she got off the bus. So, but neither here nor there. The lady took her back to her house, gave her a little snack, let her play with her kids for a while. And of course I showed up and everything was good. She came out and everything else. And, you know, obviously I just created a relationship with this woman. Pardon me for a minute, I'm going to light my cigarette. I know it's probably not politically correct, even on video, to smoke a cigarette, because the smoke might come through the video and give you secondhand smoke, which would cause you to have lung cancer. But as you'll find out through watching my videos, I am in no way politically correct, and I couldn't give a shit. If you're offended by my smoking, turn the fucking thing off. Anyway, I drink too, rum and coke. Anyway, the lady took care of my child, no question. And what I come to find out later because I stopped by after work to thank her again, and I actually bought her a thank you card and a gift certificate, a gift card to Applebee's for 25 bucks. Not much, but just to show my appreciation for what she did. She didn't have to do that. But let's take a step back for a minute. Did your parents ever do anything like that surrounding you, if you remember? You know, there's a good chance that it happened when you were a child to you and you don't remember. But back then, if that same situation were to happen, what would have happened? Exactly what happened today. A neighbor would have stepped in, came over, took care of the child, graciously, not expecting anything, just did it out of the kindness of their heart. And I was lucky enough in this situation where that same thing happened. But in most situations, that wouldn't happen. In fact, when I stopped by to give this lady my thanks and the card I got her and a gift card and stuff like that, she told me that some other neighbors were trying to call the school, trying to call the cops, and all these other things. And I guess the real reason why I'm bringing this up is something I touched on a little bit in the first video, but I really want to touch on it on this video, is getting back to family values, getting back to wholesome communities, surrounding yourself with people you can trust, that can help you out and aren't going to call the cops on you the first minute you do something wrong. I mean, this is exactly why we're in the situation we're in. Instead of people helping each other out, they call the cops. The cops come, this whole kind of shit goes on, you end up in jail or get a bench warrant out for your arrest. You got to go hire a lawyer, then you got to defend yourself for the whole thing to get thrown out of court, so you can end up spending $2,000 or $3,000 on nothing. Or they threaten to take your child away. All these different types of things. When did we let the government get so involved in our personal lives for such a small mistake? Now, I know in my heart, my mistake was grand, because I left my 5-year-old crying on my front porch. And it kills me. It's still killing me right now. But let's look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that people can go to jail for that today. Isn't that disgusting? It's disgusting. It's disgusting, I think, because all it takes is somebody just to step in and help somebody out like it used to be. And that doesn't happen anymore. And this is my point. We need to get back to family values. Surround yourself with people you trust, love, and know. If you don't know your neighbors, I guarantee you that probably 70% of you people watching this video right now have not even met your neighbors or the people 2 or 3 houses down. You don't know them. You stay shut-ins. You don't want to know them because you can't trust people. At least that's what the mainstream media wants you to believe, that you can't trust people. But there are good people out there. You just have to learn how to surround yourself with them. Introduce yourself. Have a block party. Get back to these basics. Because when the shit hits the fan, you're going to need these people around. Not only to help you, but for you to help them. Again, back to family values. And it's not just family, as I've expressed. It's more than just family. It's getting back to wholesome values. You know, being kind. If I can, Southern hospitality. I'm in Georgia, so, you know, that's how we roll. But, you know, Southern hospitality. People think that's gone today. It's not gone. It's only gone in your own mind. People do want to help. People do want to be nice. People will help you stay out of trouble. You can help them stay out of trouble. All it takes is for you to put a foot forward. Most people today are so scared to get to know strangers because they're afraid they're going to hose them. How many times have you just, you know, not stopped to help somebody in need because you were too afraid that they may pull a gun on you or something like that? Why did you think that? Because we've been brainwashed to think that. Through movies, television, reality TV. Even reality TV. I mean, that is the biggest brainwash of all. You know, we watch these storylines, and you know, for those of you who actually participate in that reality TV, you watch these storylines, and, you know, you pick people you like and you don't like, and you think it was of your creation. But what a lot of people don't realize is it's programmed in there. It's a script. They're getting you to like or dislike certain people so they can pull a surprise later and realize, oh, that person was a good person. That's all bullshit. They scripted it. Just like they script mainstream media. They want to control you. They want you to think the way they want you to think.